You there. Come here.
Yes, ma'am.
Has Mr. Northrop told any of you men why he's building his fence?
Not exactly, ma'am. To keep people away from this here tree.
Why?
Says if we touch it, we're in danger.
Danger of what?
I'm not sure, ma'am, but I think he said we're in danger of our lives.
It's very interesting. He told me too.
I got a call from
Ah, Dr. Evans, Mr. Pilbeam. How do you do?
Hello, Mr. Ripple.
Julian is out back burying his dog.
What does he want us for?
He doesn't want you, gentlemen. It was I who asked you to come up. I want you to meet someone.
Who?
A friend of Julian's, Mr. Brink.
I'm rather busy right now, Miss Ripple.
I appreciate that, Doctor, but I thought you'd like to meet this friend of Julian's.
Well, all right. Where is he?
Just at the moment. He's up in the apple tree.
Where did you say he was?
Right up in that apple tree.
I don't see anyone up there.
Oh, no. You can't see him. He's invisible.
What?
He's invisible. You see, a short while after Julian got Mr. Brink up there, Betty, the old dog, saw him and barked at him. Well, Mr. Brink didn't like that, so he became invisible. And right after that, Betty touched her nose to that tree and dropped over dead. Julian caught her burying her now.
What is this, anyway?
Is this some kind of a joke, Miss Ripple?
What would you say if I told you I believed it was the gospel truth?
I'm afraid I'd say you were crazy.
I would be crazy, wouldn't I? And what if I told you that Mr. Brink is a man, just like yourself, who goes around taking people away with him when it's time for them to die? Now, if I told you that, you'd surely say I was crazy, wouldn't you?
I'd say you were positively nuts, Miss Ripple.
Yeah. Well, I don't believe it. But Julian does.
Oh, come on, Miss Ripple. What kind of a story is this?
A short while ago, I happened to be passing by and I saw some pieces of fence being unloaded from a truck. Well, naturally, I stopped in to see what was going on. And Julian told me that they were building this fence to keep people away from this tree, because anyone who touched it would die.
Die?
Not only that, touching the tree is the only way anyone can die. There is no more death in the world, Mr. Pilbeam, until Julian lets Mr. Brink come down.
See here, Miss Ripple, you don't really think Northrop believes this.
Julian is an old man, and he's been through a great deal lately. I think it's perfectly obvious what has happened. His mind has suddenly snapped. Julian Northrop is as crazy as a loon.
No, I saw him just the day before yesterday. He's as sane as any man could be. He's just an old joker. I've known him for years.
You have, Dr. Evans. And Mr. Pilbeam has been his lawyer for years. That's why I've asked both of you to come up. I'm not asking you to take my word for it. I'm simply asking you to speak to Julian and find out that what I'm telling you is the truth.
Northrop should be insane. You'd have to take a punt, of course, wouldn't you, Miss Ripple?
Naturally, I'm the next of kin.
Ha! That's what I thought.
What do you mean? You don't think I'm making this up about Julian?
I really don't know what to think, Miss Ripple.
Ever since Nellie Northrop died, you tried to stop me from adopting Pud, even though I told you that was her dying wish.
I simply said that no court of law would ever believe you.
I guess a court of law would feel differently about it if they realized that boy is being raised by a maniac. I'll be frank with you, Mr. Pilbeam. I intend to get that boy out of this insane man's house before something terrible happens. Tonight, if possible. There is a way of taking care of these cases immediately, isn't there?
Well, yes, I'll tell you, Miss Ripple, I'm not a psychiatrist, but if I should happen to think Northrop's crazy, I'll talk it over with Grimes. He's the head of the asylum.
You'll talk it over with him tonight?
When a person's insane, you don't usually let him run around loose.
Thank you, Dr. Evans. I'll just have the workman go ahead and finish the factor.
Hey, you there? What the hell do you mean getting so close to that tree? Didn't I tell you to stay away from that tree in the peril of your life?
Yeah, what the hell's the idea?
Yeah, go on now, get the rest of that truck unloaded. Get the fence off that truck. Now get a move on there.
Get a move on.
Yeah.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah. Well, now what in tarnation are you doing here again? I thought I told
Oh,
you.
I'm just so excited about it all, Julian.
Yeah, and Evans and Pilbeam, huh? So you went ahead and told them all about it, didn't you?
No, I
Even
haven't.
after I told you not to.
I haven't told them anything at all about
Yeah,
it.
she told us all about it, about the tree, the fence, Mr. Brink, everything.
Yeah, I might have known it. I might have known it.
Well, what about it, Northrop? What's the answer?
Well, it's the truth, Evans. As true as I'm standing here.
You mean there's someone sitting up in this tree?
Yep.
And nobody in the world can die anymore.
Nobody in the world can die until I say so. Unless they touch that tree or one of them apples or Mr. Brink himself.
You're not serious about this, Northrop.
Of course he is, Doctor. Aren't you, Julian?
All right, what are you up to anyway?
Nothing, Julian. I'm just doing what I
I just don't want you to go telling anybody else about Mr. Brink. I got him up there now, and now I gotta figure out what the hell I'm gonna do with him.
Well, you don't think you'd be able to keep a thing like this quiet, do you, Julian?
Look here, Northrop. Can you talk to this Mr. Brink?
Well, sure I can talk.
Have you talked to him since you got him up there?
No, haven't had time.
Well, I wish you'd talk to him now.
What for? So you could hear him?
Well, I just thought perhaps if you tried talking to him, you'd realize he's no longer up there.
Oh, he's up there, all right.
Julian, do try to make him talk. I would love to hear that.
Oh, you would you? Well, by golly, Dimitri, I think I'll let you. I think I'll let Ollie hear him. Miss Brink? Mr. Brink? Oh, Mr. Brink, can you hear me if I don't shout?
Sir?
You see, he called me sir.
There, he thinks there's somebody answering.
I'm sorry I haven't had more of a chance to talk with you.
Perhaps I shouldn't say it, but I'm not extremely upset by that.
You're not mad at me, are you?
I think I might justifiably be allowed some slight irritation.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't have put you up there if I didn't have a damn good reason. Yeah, I put you up there to keep Demi from getting her hands on the boy and the money his father left him.
I appreciate that your motive was probably sincere.
Well, I got a good idea. Maybe it'll resolve the business of her trying to get Pud. All right, now you stand right out there, here. All right. Mr. Brink, you see this old battle axe here? Her name is Demetria Riffle. You haven't got anything on your schedule there about when you're supposed to snuff her out?
Riffle. There's no such name that has come to my attention yet.
Oh, well, you're staying up there until it's time for you to come down and exterminate her.
My dear man, that may be a very long time yet. There's no telling how long that woman may hang on.
Well, that's the way it's going to be.
But for me to stay here any length of time might be considered by my superior as a considerable dereliction of duty.
Well, I can't help that. Them's the terms.
Ah, well, I was afraid of that. Very well. Since you and your tree are so tenacious, I shall have to sit here and wait for Miss Riffle's call.
Well, do you think you can hold out that long?
My dear man, a human life is like the twinkling of an eye to me.
Oh, yeah, I suppose it is. Well, all right, Miss Brink. Well, there you are.
Julian, I'm sorry for you. I really am.
Sorry for me? You heard what Mr. Brink said, didn't you?
No, I didn't hear this thing in the tree say anything.
Oh, you didn't? You heard him, didn't you, Pilbeam?
I'm sorry, Northrop, I didn't.
Evans?
No, Northrop, I didn't.
Marcy. Well, now, what the hell's the matter with me? Am I going nuts or something?
It's probably just some sort of a dream or something, Northrop. You'll probably get over it in a few days and be all right again.
Well, didn't anybody hear what he said?
He said a human life is like the twinkling of an eye to him.
Oh, my God, it's just what he said. Just what he said, Bud. A dream, huh? What else did he say, boy?
Well, he said he'd have to stay up there because you and your tree was so it was another one of those funny words, Graham.
Tenacious.
Do you see what he's doing to this boy?
Just what he said, huh? Now, where does that leave you?
Well, I guess I'm too dull to hear.
Yeah, well, that must be it. You must be all too dull to hear.
Yes, I'll bet that's it.
Yeah.
I want to show you something, Northrop.
And what are you up to, Evans?
I'm going to eat an apple for you.
Oh, darn fool, that's all I've been telling you about them apples. Oh, you move toward that tree one more time, and I'm gonna bring you.
All right, Northrop, let me up. I won't go near the tree.
Oh, darn fool, you trying to commit suicide?
All right, Northrop, I just wanted to make sure you weren't joking. Are you going to be home a little later this evening?
Of course I am.
Well, I may be over to talk some more about this.
All right, Evans, all right.
Thanks, well...
I gotta go.
Wait, I'll go with you.
Bye, Northrop.
Yeah, goodbye, Evans. I'm sorry I had to rough you up a little bit there.
That's all right.
Yeah, and don't worry about none of your patients dying for quite a while yet.
All right. Goodbye, Northrop.
All right, bye. All right, here we go, boy. Let's get back to work. Back
Why
to
don't
work.
they hear Mr. Brink?
I don't know, boy. They must be too busy or something.
Oh, my dear man, that isn't the reason at all.
Oh, hello, Mr. Brink. Why is it that only Pud and I can hear you then?
I won't go into it now if you don't mind.
Oh, all right. One thing I'd like to know, though.
Well,
You don't think they'll hold it against Pud what I'm doing, dear?
I have neither the inclination nor the authorization to dispense information relevant to your inquiry.
He talks funny, doesn't he, Graham?
Yeah. Well, we'll have to take the chance then, huh? Well, say goodbye to Mr. Brink, boy.
Bye, Brink.
Can't you say Mr. Brink?
Goodbye, Mr. Brink. Excuse me.
That's all right. Goodbye, Bud.
Well, come on, boy. We gotta finish that fence by tonight.
We gotta work like hell to do it, though, Graham.
Like hell to do it.
The king of Macedonia wore his crown upon his feet. Hey, Gramps!
How's that?
The king of Macedonia wore his crown upon his seat.
Oh, you don't say. Where did you learn that?
In Sunday school,
Oh, well, I don't recall that particular passage myself, boy. You don't by any chance mean the king of Macedonia?
I guess I mean the king of Massachusetts.
That's probably it. So why did he wear his crown upon his seat for?
He just wanted to sit on it. They're doing a pretty good job of that fence, Gramps.
Yeah, I reckon they'll finish it by morning. Yeah. Oh, what on earth did you do to your thumb?
I heard it when I was building the fence, but Marcy put a heap of tape on it, so I guess it's all right.
Heap of tape, boy. Heap of tape. Yep. Adhesive tape will fix anything.
How long before Dr. Evans is coming over, Gramps?
He ought to be along any minute now.
Safety, safety, safety,
How's that?
safety,
What on earth is that?
just safety.
Where on earth did you hear that word?
I thought of it myself. I was thinking of a boat sinking and of a pea, so I said safety.
What could be more natural?
Say it, Gramps.
What would I want to say a fool thing like that for?
Please, Gramps, say it.
Safety.
Say it louder.
Safety. 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 Safety.
What's that, Mr. Northrop?
Hello, Marcy. Oh, my God. All right, boy. Time for bed.
That's Gramps. I'll see you early in the morning.
All right, boy. Sleep tight. I'll let Dr. Evans see you.
Marcy, I bet I sleep at my top tonight.
Of course you will, darling.
I should have done it that hours ago.
Well, come on in, Evans.
Hi.
Yeah. Mr. Grimes, glad to make your acquaintance.
Yeah.
Well, sit down, Evans. Sit down, Mr. Grimes. Have a nip?
Haven't got time for that, Northrop. As a matter of fact, I was just telling Mr. Grimes about Mr. Brink and the tree.
Why do you want to go doing that for?
Well, he's very interested.
Don't you suppose he believe he's up there, huh?
Sure, I believe you. I just thought you could come along with me and we could talk it over for a while. There's another fella I'd like you to meet and he wants to talk it over with you too.
Well, it's this way, Mr. Grimes. You see, I don't want any more people knowing about this until I find some way of proving it. This is a hard thing to make people believe. Ain't everybody can hear Mr. Brink when he talks, you see. So I figure that if we don't...
What the hell's the use? Now get this straight, will you? I'm taking you to the state insane asylum.
Taking me to the insane? Demetria.
Well, it's this way, Northrop.
Where is Demi? Where's
Well,
Demi? Where is she?
She's outside in the car.
I'm waiting for Pud.
It's just for observation, Northrop, and she'll just keep Pud until you get back.
Sure. Now, you come along and do as you're told. Soon you'll get better, and then you can come home again.
Ain't nothing wrong with me, Mr. Grimes.
Now, we're gonna find that out.
Honest, there ain't nothing wrong with me.
Now, are you gonna come along like a nice fellow, or do I have to put a straight jacket on you?
Sort of looks like I got it, don't it? But I just run upstairs to say goodbye to Pud.
No, you'll see Pud in the morning. We'll bring him by the asylum.
Better come along, Northrop.
Yeah, well, perhaps I might as well.
Sure, now come along, let's get going.
Sure. I'll go along with you, Mr. Grimes. Yeah, I'll march right up to that nut house and surprise him.
Surprise him, that's the way.
And surprise the hell out of him to see how easy I come along.
That's a great idea.
All right, come on.
Let's get going, all right.
No, wait.
What's the matter now, Northrop?
Gotta have my badge like I wear in parades. I'm a veteran, you know.
Fine. Couldn't march without that badge now, could you?
No, sirree.
It's all knowing how to handle them. Sometimes you gotta humor them, but then sometimes you gotta be tough.
Yeah, well, here it is. I was afraid I might have left it upstairs. Now then.
Put that down, Northrop.
Yeah, put that gun down now.
You know you gotta humor a crazy person. And since you both made up your minds that I'm crazy, you can understand it would drive me wild if you didn't humor me.
Now, be careful, Northrop. You're going to get yourself into trouble, and this is no way out of it.
Yeah, it's the only way I can think of at the moment. Now listen, I ain't going to no bughouse.
Listen, Northrop.
I ain't going to no bughouse, and I ain't going to let that she-cat get Pud. Now, it seems that I got to prove what I've been saying about a certain Mr. Brink ain't no poppycock.
Listen, you
Now,
can
be
prove it to
reasonable.
us
Now,
later.
listen, wait a minute. That your medicine kit?
Yes?
What do you got in that kit?
Lots of things.
Well, you got enough poison to kill a fly?
Well, of course, but...
Listen, Northrop, you can kill all the flies you want when we take you up to the asylum.
Yeah, you call that playing to kill a fly? Yeah, consider it playing if a man is willing to risk his freedom on a fly?
What's a fly got to do with it?
Well, I'll make a bargain with you, and you'd best take it, because if you don't, I'm liable to go wild as hell.
Well, what's the bargain, Northrop?
All right, Evan, you pick out the worst poison you got in that bag and put it in a tumbler. Then you catch a fly and put that fly in the poison. If that fly dies, I'll give myself up to you, to the police, to anyone. Go to the insane asylum, anything you say. Well?
If the fly dies, you'll come along with us without making any trouble?
I promise. Hope to die, cross my heart.
Well,
It's the easiest way, Mr. Grimes.
Oh, all right.
All right. Now, you get the poison. I'll get the tumbler. And Mr. Grimes, you can catch the fly.
The fly. He's crazy, raving crazy.
looks like it. But don't think he won't use that gun. I know the old boy.
All right, we'll let him play with the fly, but do you think he'll keep his word, though?
I think he will.
The word of a nut?
Well, what do you want to do? Take the gun away from him?
No hurry. Let him take as long as he needs.
Of course now, a bet ain't a bet unless it cuts both ways. If the fly lives, you gotta swear I'm sane.
I don't know about that, Northrop.
Don't worry, I know damn well I can kill a fly.
No, you can't.
If I can't kill a fly, I'll quit medicine. You'll agree to this, won't you, Grimes?
Oh, all right.
You swear?
Yes, Northrop, we swear.
Sure, you can count on us.
Right now, where's the fly? All right, now you put the poison in the tumbler. Oh, bzz. Don't get nervous, little fly. You'll be flying around just as good as new pretty soon.
You're the funniest one I've ever seen, Northrop.
Yeah, I guess I am.
All right, here's enough poison to kill a horse. And there's your fly.
Not much of a swimmer, is he? Well, just leave him in there. Let him get a good bellyful. Well, You've been practicing medicine for 30 years, ain't you, Evans?
About that?
And you still think you can kill a fly?
I've always thought I could, Northrop.
Well, we live and learn, Evans. We live and learn.
All right, he's had time enough.
Yeah. Looks kind of sick, don't he?
If I saw anything deader, I don't know what it is.
He's dead, Northrop.
And don't tell us we don't know when something's dead.
Wait a minute. Give this fly a chance. You can't come to yourself all of a sudden, you know?
You're a tough one, Northrop. You're tough, but crazy.
Well, I think you'll come along now. All right, Northrop, a bet's a bet.
Well, I'll be damned.
Come on now, put down the gun.
Wait a minute. He moved. Look. He's drunk as a lord, but we didn't say nothing about that. He's moving right across that damn piece of paper.
I'll be damned.
Good God!
What is this, Northrop?
You didn't give him enough poison, Evans.
I gave him enough poison to kill a million flies.
Something went wrong.
You saw the fly and the poison yourself.
Well, I guess that proves what I've been saying about that Mr. Brink, don't it?
To hell with that. Put down the gun, Northrop.
Now, wait a minute.
Put the gun down now. I don't know what kind of a trick this is.
Wait a minute, you promised him,
I
Brian.
came to get him, and by God, I'm going
You
to.
mean you still don't believe it after I proved it to
You
you?
crazy bastard.
And you're not going to keep your word, huh?
No way.
Well, by God, there's another way of proving it, and I'm going to use that other way right now.
For God's sakes, Northrop, what are you
Now, listen,
thinking?
Evans, I'm going to make another experiment, and I want you to be a witness to it.
He's crazy.
What are you gonna
as hell.
do, Northrop?
He's dangerous.
Evans, if a man is shot right through the belly at this close range, he'd die, wouldn't he?
Good God, man, with that gun.
Wouldn't he?
Well, of course he would, but you can't kill him with it. No!
No, don't worry, he ain't going to die.
You crazy fool, he'll be dead in an hour.
Mr. Brink, you stay up there, Mr. Brink. Because if you come down now, by God, I'm in one hell of a fix.
Good morning, Dr. Evans. I didn't know you were here.
Good morning, Marcia.
Are you? Yeah, he's eating breakfast. I'll tell him you're here. He'll be right out.
Yes, you do that.
Is something wrong, Dr. Evans?
No, I've been up all night.
Is that a mouse, Dr. Evans?
Yes, Marcia, that's a mouse.
Ew.
Hello? Hello up there? Hello? Hello?
Well, feeling all right?
Well, of course. Why?
Oh, just wondering. What'd you want to see me about?
I thought I might need you.
Oh, I hear they didn't lock Northrop up last night.
That's right.
How's that?
He isn't crazy.
What?
He's not crazy.
Oh, okay. What do you got there?
Fishbowl.
Going fishing?
Been fishing.
Catch much? Well, that's a mouse.
Yeah, that's a mouse.
What the hell is the matter with you, Evans?
What do you mean, what's the matter?
Well, you got me out of bed.
Take it easy, Pilbeam. Don't get excited. We've got to keep our heads because something's happened that'll turn this whole world upside down unless we can stop it. And you've got to help me.
What?
Northrop shot Grimes last night, Pilbeam.
My God!
Shot him right through the belly. He had internal hemorrhages, and it was an hour before I get into the hospital.
What did he shoot him for?
He was experimenting.
He was experimenting?
Wait a minute. Grimes is all right.
All right.
He's practically well. That's the trouble. According to everything I know about medicine, Grimes should have died last night, but he didn't. Plenty of things should have died last night, but they didn't. I've been up all night trying to kill something. I've experimented on everything I can get my hands on. Bugs, insects, I've tried to kill every stray cat or dog I could find. I couldn't kill a damn thing except that mouse. And you know how I killed it, Pilbeam? I tied it to the end of this fishbowl and touched it to that tree.
Well, Evans, you have been up all night.
Oh, for
That
God's
can-
sakes, man. You don't happen to see anything up there, do you?
Well, of course not.
Hear anything?
Not a rustle.
Neither do I. But if something's up there, by God, it's got to come down. It's got to come down. And you've got to help me.
Evans, are you starting to...
Howdy, Evans. Howdy, Pilbeam.
Oh,
How's Grimes doing?
Seems to be doing all right.
Glad to hear that. Nasty accident. Well, sit down. What can I do for you?
Seems I owe you an apology, Northrop.
No, you don't. You're a doctor, and I wouldn't have any respect for you if you believe that first thing. I'm interested, ain't it, Pilbeam?
Yeah, quite interesting.
Yeah. Real nice chap, that Mr. Brink. Real friendly.
Thank you very much.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Brink. Didn't interrupt yet.
Oh, yes, I've had a lovely morning. I've had a mouse in my face.
What you been up to, Evans? Have you been shoving a mouse in my friend Brink's face?
My God, how did you know about that?
Well, he just told me just now.
Well, I've got to go.
Wait a minute, Pilbeam.
I've got a hell of a lot of work. I gotta get back to the office.
Stick around, Pilbeam.
Yeah, stick around. Stick around. This is a special occasion. In fact, this is the morning Debbie figured I'd be in the nut house. But here I am, feeling pretty good. And Pud's feeling pretty spry this morning. And Mr. Brink seems pretty pert. Everybody's feeling just fine except Debbie. God bless her.
Northrop,
Yeah?
there's a man in my hospital who's been suffering for 10 years. He's in constant pain.
I'm sorry, Evans.
Day before yesterday, I decided to operate on him. The operation wasn't successful. He's in more pain now than he ever was.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Evans. I'm really sorry.
I expected him to die last night. I hoped he would. There's a nice old lady up in 2C, Mrs. Trenner. You remember her?
Yeah, the lady used to have all the dogs.
Yeah?
Yeah, I forgot all about her.
Everybody has. She's been up there 6 years, in bed. She hasn't got much left. Only one idea. To die. And this is what's happening in just one small hospital, you know? In a small town. There are 2 in Gainesville. There are several million in the world, aren't there? Full of people just like that.
Well, I'm sorry for those people. I'm sorry for all of them. But if you're hitting for me to let Mr. Brink come down, you're off on the wrong track.
What do you think's going to happen in the next few days, Northrop, when people figure out there's no more death?
But it's not true.
No more death. Think about that. Nobody died last night. Nobody's going to die tonight or tomorrow night. No more death until Northrop says there is. What do you think about that?
Well, it's absurd.
That's right. It's absurd. 5 years from now, this world will be so overcrowded it won't be fit to live in. Think of the disease.
I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn if the whole world goes to hell. I got Brink up there and he's going to stay up there till I let him down.
He can't, Northrop. You gotta let him down.
Why should I? I'm thinking about putting myself.
Who the hell are you?
I'm the fella that put him up there and he's going to stay up there until I feel damn good and ready to let him come down.
Well, I've got to get back to the office. I've still got a hell of a lot of work to do. Goodbye, Evans. Goodbye, Northrop. Goodbye, Mr.
Now look here, Evans. I ain't afraid to go. I ain't afraid of dying. It might be real pleasant to see what's coming up next. But you see, there's Bud, and I gotta stick around in case he needs me.
Northrop, you ever seen a man 110 years old?
Well, yeah, someone nearly that old. Old Fred Brown's father. Oh, poor devil. What the hell are you driving at?
I was just thinking. By the time Bud's a young man, you'll be getting near that age yourself.
No. If I saw myself getting like that old guy, I'd have Mr. Brink come down and take me.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
You wouldn't be able to see yourself getting like that. You'd be too far gone by then. You might even forget Mr. Brink was up there. You've got to let him down, Northrop.
Well, I don't want to be a nuisance, Bud.
You have got to let Mr. Brink come down today. I'm warning you, I'll do everything I can to make you. You better think it over. I'll be back in an hour. And, thanks for not letting me eat that apple yesterday.
You can have one now if you want it.
No thanks. Goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye, Evans.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Brink, if I let you come down out of there, you're bound and determined you're going to take me, ain't you?
You will be the first.
Well, I thought so. There's no way of getting out of that, is there?
None.
Oh, I didn't think so, yeah.
It would seem to me that you had got out of a great deal already.
Well, I just wondered, that's all. I just wondered. Don't get upset. Don't get upset. Yeah. I think it's right what Dr. Evans said about Pud and me. About me becoming a nuisance to Pud.
My dear man, there's no doubt about it.
Here comes Casey down the track, bingity, bingity, bing. Here comes Casey down the track, bingity, bingity, bing. Toot, 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 toot. Say, guys, you're standing there in the middle of my track. Get out of the way, guys. Get off my railroad track or I'll run over you. Guess I'll have to strike you dead. Casey, boom! Now look what you did, God. You wrecked my train all to splinters. Now I have to get a whole new engine. All right, Casey, here's a new engine. Thanks, God. Hop on, I'll give you a ride. Here we go. Choo, 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 ding, ding. Get out of the way. Get out of the way, everybody. Here comes God and Casey Jones. Toot, toot, toot. Toot, toot. I love you, Gramps. I love you more than my engine.
Yeah, I love you, boy. I love you.
That he be committed to the Gainesville Institution for the Insane. Signed, James Evans, M.D.
Yeah, would you read the last part of that document, Sheriff, where Dr. Evans signed?
All right, Northrop. Dr. James Evans, having testified that the said Julian Northrop is incapable of managing himself or his property as the order of this court, that he be committed to the Gainesville Institution for the Insane. According to the laws of the state, it is further ordered that the custody of the child, John Guilford Northrop, be awarded to his aunt, Demetria Riffle.
Thank you, Sheriff. Fixed me good and proper, ain't you, Evans?
I warned you I'd do anything I could.
Yes, Evans told you I wouldn't say it.
I guess there's no doubt about that, Northrop.
I'll be good to the boy while you're in the asylum, Julian. I really will. Come, Bud. You're to come home with me now.
Gramps!
Come along, Northrop.
Wait a minute, wait a minute. I'd like to speak to the boy for a minute, Evans.
You two wait out in the car a moment. I'm sorry, Northrop. I've given you all day to make up your mind. I can't wait any longer, so you're going to the insane asylum.
You're a pretty smart fella, ain't you? You figured I wouldn't go to the nut house. You figured I'd let Mr. Brink down instead, didn't you?
I'm hoping you will.
Yeah, you figured as long as I lost the boy, I wouldn't give a damn what the hell happened to me, right?
That's what I figured, Northrop.
Yeah, you're a pretty smart fella. Damn smart.
What's the matter with Dr. Evans, Gramps?
Well, boy, he's feeling kind of sorry right now.
What's he sorry for?
Yeah, come here, boy.
Okay.
I gotta go away, boy.
Where?
Where the woodbine twineth.
You're going with Mr. Brink?
Yeah, I'm going with Mr. Brink. You see, your Gramps is getting to be a pretty old man. I mean, when a fella gets to be pretty old, he gets kind of tired.
Are you tired?
Oh, right this minute, I'm pretty doggone tired.
Let's lie down and rest.
Well, that's what I'm going to do, boy. You see, the only way an old man like myself can lie down and really rest is to go with Mr. Brink.
I'll go with you, Gramps.
No, boy, you can't go with me. You can't go with me. You got your whole life ahead of you.
Don't want my whole life ahead of me. I want to go with you. I love you, Gramps.
Oh, you shouldn't love me that much, boy. Now, look, I've been thinking maybe it ain't such a good idea for you to live with me anymore. And maybe your Aunt Demetria ain't as much of a pissmouth as we thought she was.
Gramps.
Well, maybe she ain't. So maybe you ought to go over and live with her for a while, boy. What's the matter, boy?
Don't you love me anymore, Gramps?
Oh, boy, I'm just trying to make you understand.
Gramps, you don't love me anymore.
Of course I do, but I gotta go away, boy.
But I'll go with you, Gramps.
You can't, boy, you can't.
Please, Gramps, please.
No.
Then I don't love you anymore either. I don't love you anymore either.
Wait a minute.
That's the better way.
Maybe so.
You will forget.
Yeah, maybe so.
What about it, Northrop?
No, I ain't going with you, Sheriff. I'm going with Mr. Brink. Didn't Evan say about Mr. Brink?
Oh, yeah, he did. Well, get it over with. We haven't got all night.
Take it easy, Sheriff. Would you rather we left you alone, Northrop?
Well, I don't know. Matter of fact, I'd like to have somebody around.
Well, Julia.
Sammy, honest to God, we gonna let the boy have some fun out of life?
I'll be good to him, Julian.
Yeah. Will you not keep hugging him all the time like you do?
Julian, I'm going to be good to that boy. You don't have to worry. I have wonderful plans for him already.
What kind of plans you got for him?
Well, I'm going to start getting him ready to go to school.
Get ready to go to school?
Yeah, I'm going to start teaching him myself, so that when he gets there, he'll be way ahead of the others.
Ain't you gonna let him play any?
Of course, Julian, he'll have his play period, but now he'll have education, too. I'm going to start to form his mind.
Well, his mind is forming all right as it
I'm
is.
going to teach him poems to recite.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to teach him to say yes, sir, and no, sir, and curtsy when they're older people.
Curtsy, Pud?
And Miss Ramsell School opens in the fall.
Ramsell School is a school for girls.
Not any longer. They're going to have 3 little boys in it this year.
Why, you ought to make a sissy out of Pud. Oh, you're still a damn old bismarck, by God. Well, I've changed my mind. I ain't going with Mr. Brink. I'm going to stay right here and take care of Pud.
Northrop, how can you take care of Pud when you're in the asylum?
Oh,
Because that's where you'll be.
what the hell am I going to do? What the hell am I going to... Well, there's no use stretching this out any. Bye, Marcy.
Mr. Northrop.
I realize what I'm asking you to do, Northrop.
Yeah. Oh, Mr. Brink, kind of looks like the time has come.
Yes, the time has come now.
You're all ready for me, ain't you?
Already as soon as you say the word.
You're not going to hold nothing out against me, are you?
We'll see, we'll see.
Remember, the only reason I put you up there was to keep Demi from getting the boy.
I've taken that into consideration.
And I wasn't cheating. I was going to let you come down just as soon as you told me you was going to take her.
I know.
Yeah. You don't by any chance know when you're going to take her yet?
No, there's been no call for Miss Riffle. There probably won't be for years.
What's that? You're supposed to take her an hour ago?
No, I said I probably wouldn't take her for years.
My God, why didn't you tell me, Mr. Brink, why if you're supposed to take Demi too?
But I'm not supposed to take her.
Northrop, did he really say that?
Yeah, said he was supposed to take Demi an hour ago. Well, that changes everything. All right, come along, Demi.
Oh, Julian, this is so absurd. Dr. Evans.
Well, I'm sorry, Miss Riffle, but when a person's time
Well,
comes...
there really isn't anyone up in that tree. This is so silly.
Thank you, Mr. Brink, for taking Demi. Yeah, if you do one other thing, I wonder if you would. I wonder if after you're taking Demi, that you might slip the sheriff in for good measure.
What is this, Northrop?
I see the old stiff's trying to take me to the bug house.
For God's sakes, Do you realize what you're doing, Northrop? This is practically murder.
Murder. Doctor, murder.
Listen, you, all of you, Northrop's as sane as anyone here.
What's this? Hey, what is this anyway?
Northrop's not insane. Do you realize what he's doing? Death is up in that tree, and Northrop's talking to him. If he lets him down, you're as good as dead, both of you.
This is so stupid.
This is the wildest absurdity I ever heard. You know perfectly well I have no authorization to take any of these people. It is utterly out of the question.
Oh, what's that? You'll take the sheriff? Oh, thank you, Mr. Brink. I appreciate that a great deal.
You can't frighten me. There isn't anyone up in that tree. I didn't hear a blessed thing.
I did. I heard him.
What's that?
I heard him. I heard Mr. Brink.
Now, Marcy, you look...
You didn't.
I did too, Miss Ripple. I heard him just as plain as I hear you.
But Marcy...
And he said if he could just come down, he would take anyone Mr. Northrop asked him to.
He didn't. He didn't say he was going to take me.
Oh, yes, he did, Miss Ripple. He said he was going to take you first.
That girl cannot hear a word I say. She's the most inordinate liar I ever met.
Did you just hear what he said?
Yes.
Now, be careful. Be careful what you say.
He said just to hurry up and let him down. He's getting nervous and can't stand it another minute.
Yep, that's just what he said. Now, let's get started. I don't want to make him any angrier than
That
he
would be
is.
impossible. You let me down.
All right. Goodbye, everybody. Oh, except you two. I'll be seeing you two in a minute. All right. Come on, let's go. Come on, line up. Line up. Off we go. On to glory. Glory.
Just stop it,
Look!
Now then, you keep your hands off that boy.
I will, Julian. I will.
And you stay the hell away from me, too.
I will. I'll stay the hell away from you, too.
And Mr. Brink, anybody who tries to let me make you come down from there, you gotta promise to take them, too.
I will not. I will not.
Thank you very much. All right now, get the hell off this property. Go on, I'm gonna stay right the hell here and take care of Bud. The whole world can go to hell as far as I'm concerned. Now go on, get off this property. Go on. And if you ask me, you got off pretty lucky. Oh, Marcy, I love you. Oh, ain't nothing in the world can stop us now. There's you, me, and Bud. Nothing in the world can
Which
stop us
world do
now.
you mean?
What's that, Mr. Brink?
Which world do you mean?
But I don't understand, Mr. Brink.
Of course you don't. My poor man.
What did he say, Mr. Northrop?
He said, my poor man. And I didn't like the way he said it, Marcy. I didn't like the way he said it. Bud, come on home, boy.
Pud, where are you? Pud!
Come home, boy.
Pud!
Bud. Oh, we gotta find him, Master. We gotta find him. I gotta explain it.
I haven't seen him anywhere. Well, maybe he's at Jimmy's.
Yeah, well, why don't you go over there and find out? He doesn't stay over there till this hour usually.
I'll be right
Go on
back.
now, go on.
Pud!
Time to come home,
Pud,
boy.
come home!
Bud, where are you, boy? Bud.
Bud,
Hello there, Mr. Brink.
what's the matter, Bud?
My Gramps doesn't love me anymore.
He doesn't.
No! Didn't you follow the conversation?
Yes. What are you going to do, Bud?
I'm gonna run away. Then he'll be sorry.
What have you got there?
Well, these are some cookies I got. And the watch Bob Graham showed out for me. And a couple of specimens.
And you're really going to run away?
Of course I am.
I wouldn't if I were you.
You would too.
They'll only find you and bring you back. You're not big enough to run away, my little man.
I am so, and I'm not your little man. I'm not a little man at all. I'll spit in your eye.
You might find that difficult.
Why?
I'm afraid you couldn't reach me.
I could too.
You'd be afraid.
I'm not afraid of the biggest giant on earth.
How do you know I'm not the biggest giant on earth?
'Cause you're in the littlest tree.
There's a certain logic in that. Your mind is taking shape. It's too bad that has to happen.
Why?
Because man's logic is the most pitiful thing about him. It stands in his way. It confuses him so that he can't quite see the giants. You won't be able to see them much longer.
Oh, I will too.
No, you will not. Not until you're as old as your grandfather. Then you'll be able to see them again.
Nuts.
You're not very polite.
I'm politer than you big squatch shoppers.
I'm afraid I never heard that word before.
Neither did I.
You can make up words.
Sure, I can do anything.
No, you can't. Why, you can't even climb a tree.
I can too. I climbed that one before you got up, and I climbed down again.
You're right about that, but you couldn't do it now. Why, you can't even climb that fence.
I could do it with one hand.
Let's see you.
All right. Ouch! That hurts. I think I was getting myself a heap of taste.
Baby calf, baby calf.
Who's a baby cat?
There, that's right. I guess you must be stronger than I thought. Splendid. Now you're here. I guess you can do everything.
Golly, I can see far here.
Can you see me now?
Yes? Gee, why do you make your voice so whispery, Mr. Brink?
Don't you like it?
Yes?
Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you.
Look at me.
Gee, you got funny eyes, Mr. Brink. They make me dizzy. You got ghost eyes.
Look at me again. Keep on looking at me. Give me your hand. Lean forward.
Gramps! 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 Gramps, the heap of tape, my back hurts, my back.
Hush, boy. Hush, hush for a minute. Mr. Brigg,
Yes?
Mr. Brigg. The boy's in terrible pain. Dr. Evans just left and said he'd never walk again. Why'd you let him do it, Mr. Brigg?
My dear man, I didn't mean to hurt the boy. I just meant to take him. It was the only way out. I even waited a day to let the others force you, but you were too clever for them.
But you could have found some other way than to pick on the boy.
It is only through the boy that I have any hope of getting down from here. He's the only reason you won't let me come down. What if I were to tell you that I am bound to stay out the time to which you sentenced me, until Miss Riffle dies?
You're not, are you? You're not. You
No,
don't have to, do you?
no. But I want you to understand how much it means to you. It's your whole world to deny me. Already the world is beginning to feel the pain and sorrow and bewilderment in keeping me here. It is getting worse every hour.
Yeah. I guess I tried to bite off more than I could chew.
Much more.
Yeah. Well, will you come down then, please, Mr. Brink, and take us both?
Gladly.
Please, then, come down quickly.
Gramps!
Oh, yes, boy, yes,
The
yes.
heap of tape, my back hurts so awful.
Hush, boy. Just a minute, boy. Just a minute.
No, you are first. Ah, that's better, isn't it?
Boy, suddenly light as a feather. Oh, here.
Cool there, Mr. Brink.
Hello, bud.
Are we daddy Gramps?
Must be. I feel like a 2-year-old. What do you feel like?
I feel like a 2-year-old too.
Mr. Brink, why'd you tell it was going to be like this?
My dear man, I've been trying to tell you how pleasant it is to go with me, but you wouldn't listen.
You talk so funny, Mr. Brink.
Never mind that. Come on now, come along.
But where are we going?
Yeah, that's important. Where are we going, Mr. Brink?
You'll find out.
How long will we be there?
For eternity.
How long is eternity, Gramps?
Yeah, that's a right smart piece of time.
Oh, anyway, we'll be there together, won't we, Gramps?
Damn right we will be. You're damn right.
Julian! Oh, Julian, do you have to use such language in front of the boy?
Oh, hell. I thought you said she changed.